I'm back from outer space, and you just walked in, with that look up on your face.
It's the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, Frank Show. It's time for the show. Aloha headsets, Frankie Boy here, and it's review time. Today, we're looking at VRFC, the first competitive online football game made specifically for virtual reality. Now, this one is coming from Cherry Pop Games, who brought us Sports Bar VR, and this time they're taking us out of the bar and throwing us onto the virtual pitch. But is it any good? Well, that's what you're here to find out. Now, before we get started, I did receive a review key for this one, but as always, my opinion cannot be purchased. Finally, if you want to stay in a loop on the latest and greatest PSVR games, make sure you subscribe. Now, I know, onto the review. Lace up your cleats and head down to the virtual pitch in the world's only first-person football game made just for VR. Whether you're on PlayStation VR, Oculus Rift, or HTC Vive, enjoy up to 8-player crossplay functionality in public or private matches, or spend your time training for the main event. Now, I played this one on a PS4 Pro, and it's nothing spectacular. That being said, the gameplay doesn't really require high-quality graphics, so what they have right now works. I can say that, although the polygon count is pretty low, everything looks crisp and clean, which in the end makes for an overall better experience. The audio is fine. Again, nothing to write home about, but it works. The game has built-in voice chat, so most of the time you're really just talking with your buddies. There are crowd sounds and kicking the ball makes a noise, but as it stands, the audio is pretty bare bones. Now finally, what you all been waiting for, and thankfully the shining star of this review. The gameplay is what sold me on this one. Honestly, I'm not really the biggest soccer fan, and I'm terrible at FIFA, so I was initially a little turned off when this title was first announced, although I'm really glad I gave it a shot. The game uses 2 move controllers to simulate your feet, and a new movement system they were calling Agile Locomotion. It's basically just flicking your move controllers up and down, but it actually feels like a solid workout after a while. This flicking gets you moving, and you can hold down the trigger to sprint, but if you use it too often, you use up your entire stamina bar, and if used completely, it won't regenerate. This creates a certain balance of when to run and when to rest that will eventually show the better players. You can choose to follow the ball, freely move, or use the click-turn system. I personally prefer to follow the ball, but I think it easily makes some players sick, so if you're prone to VR sickness, start off more comfortable. Luckily, there are tons of options, so you can choose what best suits you. You press one button to pass, and you hold down a trigger and throw your arm out to kick. Luckily, a pass assist makes it a bit easier to hit your target. Finally, you can click the move button on either hand, and it'll let you strafe, or you can hold both and move backwards. The movement system is both fun and frustrating, and it's not made any easier by the overworded tutorials, but once you get the hang of things, this one is a genuinely fun game. It's really made for multiplayer, and that's where the bulk of your time will be spent. But there are also training drills to practice passing and shooting, but those are really just to build up for the main event. You can have up to 8 players, and the goalie is AI controlled. I played a 6-player match before reviewing, and it was so much fun. We played 3 rounds, and what started as running around actually became a semi-competitive match. I still need some work, but I did manage to score a goal. I'm enjoying it, but because it's a multiplayer title, only time will tell if the community supports. Luckily, cross-play functionality opens up a pool a bit. I'm giving this one a solid B. It can use a bit more single-player content, which I have been told is in the works now, and the visuals are on the simple side, but when goofing around on the pitch with your pals, you'll find some very memorable and enjoyable gameplay. So, if you've been dying to have a true VR soccer title, for right now, VRFC comes pretty damn close. So what you think? You gonna grab it? You're still on the fence, or you just gonna say forget about it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for coming through. I hope you enjoyed the review. Hit that thumbs up if you'd like, but more important than all of that is that if you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, Come on. Nah. Smooches. First,
I forgot the script.
wonderful people over its game mate. That's what you're here to find out. First off, now, before we get this lovely fresh title is throwing you onto a vertical football game. This time they're not looking at the